Make sure to drop a like on the video or else this person will appear in front of you when you wake up. I wouldn't risk it. What am I looking for? Oh shit. Oh snap, the camera was on. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy MC3 and I am back. I'm back with another type of video. And this video I actually missed making because it kind of had me on a start for my YouTube channel, you know. It kind of had me on a stage where it was just like, you know, I wanted to really be into my YouTube stuff. And yeah, I know back then on my channel, you know, it took me a while to get my uploads back. It took me a while, like really, like when I say it took me a while to get my motivation back for the YouTube stuff. But you know, now I finally got my motivation back. I finally want to do it. I finally want to commit to it and whatnot. So when I'm coming back to you guys today, what type of video I'm coming back to you guys today with is another story time video. And I believe the last time I was actually this close with the camera, it was like on well, not recent, but my first, second, or third one of those story times. I think I was talking about my first actual fight. And no, it was not clickbaited, because people have been telling me it was a clickbaited video. No, it wasn't clickbaited. It was just you know, I did make a type of goal or whatnot. You know, if I get a certain amount of likes, you know, I would actually send a video, and I still have the video. So if anyone would want to still see that video of me, of little Mike actually, you know, throwing the hands at people, then you know, just DM me or whatever, or add me on whatever social media. It's gonna be in the description or whatnot. And like I'll just send it to you, because it was actually a pretty funny video. But and another thing real quick, I know you guys probably seen this sweater, this yellow and black North Face sweater. Yeah, it has been in a couple of my videos, but I ain't gonna lie, like I kind of like this sweater. My mom got this for me. I really like mess with this sweater, and even though it does have a stain on it right here, I still, you know, sometimes wear it when I'm going out or whatever. I don't really care like that. I mean, yeah, like I do look presentable, you know. This isn't the only sweater I got, trust me. I got a lot of sweaters, but I just like this sweater. Maybe I'll try to find another sweater that doesn't have a stain on it or whatnot. But this story time, now I kind of did tell a little bit of this story in my most embarrassing day story video, but this story is like to elaborate more on it, but I'm gonna title it differently. I'm gonna call this story time the worst rejection. And this rejection was really the worst, because like years later, like I mean, I guess I'm an ugly dude. To be honest, I think I'm kind of cute, you know. I'm a ugly cute ass nigga. That's what I'm gonna start calling. That's what I'm gonna start saying to myself. I'm a ugly cute ass nigga, because it's like at times you look ugly. I look ugly as fudge, and like, you know, at times I just like, who that? Who? But worst rejection ever. Now, going back to when I was in camp, I'd say this was about like 5-6 years ago, one or the other, because like I said, I moved here about 2 years ago, and I was in Massachusetts for like 5. So let me see, 2020, so like around, I left like around 2017, 2018, one of those years. I'd probably say like in the probably like towards the end of 2017, one or the other. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was in Mass for like from like 2011 or 2012, one of those, to like 2017. Oh yeah, okay. So I see that right there. So that's like a 6 year. It's like a 6. So maybe I left from where I was before to go to Mass in like 2012, one or the other. This is a lot of math right now. It's simple, but it's a lot of math. But yeah, I see the like 5-6 year gap right there when I was living in Mass. So for the summer, my mom had actually, because there was nothing to do during the summer times, because obviously we didn't go to school and whatnot. But during the summer times, my mom had wanted us to, like, you know, do something besides doing the typical things. You know, I went outside to play basketball. My sister and brother went outside to go play with their friends and whatnot. And you know, I had a couple of people that I like to play basketball with. I have my one bro who I know is like down to play ball every time. His name's, we're gonna call him D. We're gonna call him D. He's been my bro. Like, he's like my actual close brother. He's like, you know, and what, he's my close brother, right? And maybe next time when I go out there, you know, I'll go see him, because like the last time I was out there was actually, I actually went to go get my tat and whatnot. You know, MC3 is kind of where I got the name. Yeah, it's kind of where I went to go get my tat, because you know I was really feeling tats, and I still have yet to get my next one, which is actually gonna start like up here. I actually haven't figured it out fully, but when I do, I'm hopefully ask my mom for like the 100th time to, you know, take me out to mass. And plus, after this whole coronavirus thing, you know, dies down and whatnot, hopefully, you know, prayers out to everyone who's you know, who has it, and hopefully they recover from it, because you know we've been having a lot of people recover from it, so that's a good thing. And hopefully they're finding a cure for it, which I'm pretty sure they are still processing and going through it. Well, I don't really know much about that science stuff. Never really paid attention like that, but I'm smart as hell, so it's like, ugh. Anyway, so my mom had ended up signing us up for like this little camp. It's called Camp Freedom, and we've been in it for basically every year. Every year that we've lived out there, we've been in it, and it's not a bad camp at all. You know, there were times where, like, obviously from the start I didn't really like the staff. You know, I was fucking around with them. And actually speaking of fights, because I talked about this earlier in the video, but like speaking of fights, there was this one kid, we're gonna call him A, because he was he was like my best friend. Like, not, well, he's my brother now, but like he was my best friend like back then. Like, when it was like this one day we was playing basketball, and it did have something to do with the girl that I'm about to talk about in this video. Like, you know, me getting rejected by her. But funny thing, we was playing basketball one day, and this was during camp. We was playing basketball one day, and he was playing with her, he was playing ball with her. You know how to, like, you know, the people who flirt and whatnot with basketball and whatnot, you know, teaching her how to play and stuff like that. Yeah, so he ended up, you know, he was playing with her and whatnot, and I was actually just shooting around. You know, I didn't mean to do this on purpose and whatnot, but I had ended up shooting the ball on one of the courts, because we was actually in a gym. We was in a gym area, and it was like obviously 2 courts back to back. It was a small gym, but I shot on one of the courts that I shot on the court that he was teaching her on, and it was like mad people, so really not really expecting to really hit him in the face, because that's what I did. I actually hit him in the face, and he thought I meant to do it on purpose, because I'm not gonna lie, I was still looking at him after. I was like, dang, I don't know if I can't remember if I made a scared face or like, and like, oh, this nigga's about to fuck me up type of face, but I did make a face where it's like maybe he felt I was doing it on purpose or whatever, but I really was. I didn't mean to. You know, I'm sorry, A, to this day. You know, I didn't mean to do that. But it hit him in the face, and he was kind of coming at me, and I was just like, oh nah, this nigga really finna fight me type shit, because, you know, I kind of hit him in the face and whatnot. So, you know, I was getting my little square position, like, yo, what's up, and he was just walking up to me. He was really like, he was about to fuck me up, like, yo, what's up, nigga, what's up? But people obviously, you know, the CIT's counselors obviously wanted to separate us and whatnot, and you know, we ended up telling them sides of the story and whatnot. Days later, we ended up actually becoming friends, cool friends and whatnot. And then, you know, years go on, we actually ended up becoming best friends, and you know, that was that. But back to the story. See, I tend to do this a lot in my story times. I be telling freaking like little bits of stories and whatnot. I might tell the story how we became best friends after this. You never know. But okay, so camp. What the heck? I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of creepy. My door literally just opened by itself, like opened by itself. I didn't do it. All right, I didn't do it. Anyway, so my mom ended up signing us up. And like I said, we was obviously meeting new people, going through the whole process and whatnot, meeting new people, introducing to camp counselors and whatnot. So, there was this one girl, we're gonna call her L, and like, I made this little joke in my other video, in my most embarrassing video, where I was like, oh, you know, I took an L after when she rejected me, but yeah, so there was this one girl, I'm gonna call her L, and like, she was good, like, she looked good, like, her face was, now to this day, her face is like, I don't know if I fully remember her. Maybe she looks different, maybe she looks better, maybe she looks like, you know, less good. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't seen her in a while. But like, to me back then, you know, I was basically like not desperate. I'm not gonna say desperate, but I was just like that nigga that was just like, oh, you know, yeah, she looks nice or whatever. And you know, if my friends say she ugly, then she ugly and whatnot. But like, two of my friends to this day, you know, well, brothers now to this day, have dated her before, and I was just like, you know, I wasn't trying to ride that train, like, I wasn't trying to ride that like bandwagon or whatnot of like, you know, dating her when I didn't want to be that nigga, but it was just like, you know, I wanted her for a minute, and I think I'm not saying I chased her for about 4 years, but I kind of chased her for about 3-4 years, and it was kind of sad because it took something like, so it took one little thing for her to not really want to talk to me anymore. But not let's not say not talk to me, because we obviously still talked after, not like that, but we obviously still talked as friends and whatnot after. But so she had dated both of my boys. 1 year, I think it was one of my friends. 1 year it was one of my friends, and then another year it was my other friend. Weirdly, that's weird, right? And I figured, you know, maybe I would have a shot with her. You know, it ended up obviously getting out that I did like her and whatnot, and I did, like, you know, I was really trying to feel her type shit. You feel me? You know, once you feel a female, you know, you like her, you want to like talk to her. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of a shy kid back then. I'm not a shy kid now. Trust me, I will freaking do anything. Like, I really do. Like, I'm not saying I don't care, but like, you know, because obviously I have respect. But like, you know, I don't like. I'm not gonna shy away from anything. Like especially when it comes to a female. Like, if I'm gonna talk to her, I'm gonna talk to her. You know, like, come on, I'm a grown man. Okay, 18, but I'm a grown man. So it's like, you know, what's the need to be scared for? You know, you only live once in this world. That's what I'm gonna say. That's like a message that everyone should go by. You know, you only live once in this world. That doesn't mean to do anything stupid, but you only live once in this world, so why not take the chance? You know, you take risks. I like to take risks. I'm that type of guy. You know, even though this whole coronavirus thing is out, and I am freaking constantly going to work and whatnot, I just feel like, you know, I would want to just still go outside. Like, just staying in the house stuff is annoying. It's boring. Like, come on now. Police ain't even paid attention to what they doing. But anyway, so like I said, I was everyone knew that I already liked her, and you know, obviously she knew too. But it was like she was playing with me, cause like at times like we'd flirt, like this was before like we actually talked. At times we'd flirt and whatnot here and there, and like at times we've held hands before. Like, we've held hands, and I really felt like she actually liked me back. At the same time, it was like she was playing with my feelings, cause like, I mean, what do you expect? You know, wouldn't you guys feel like, you know, a girl's actually feeling you if she's doing stuff like that? And I did feel like she was really feeling me. But, you know, I ended up most of those years, every time I've seen her, you know, it was just like, you know, yeah, I'd smile at every freaking female. I mean, why wouldn't I? You know, I literally smile at every single female, and I like smiling now. I'm not gonna lie. This Invisalign stuff, if you see my recent videos, my old recent videos, like months ago videos, like I did, like, if you actually pause them at certain moments, like my gap was actually like bigger in a way. Now it's closing, and I like that. This Invisalign is really working for me. I'm on my like 4th, 5th month, one or the other. I think it's 4th, and like the process is really working, and I like it. You know, that's like kind of a thing that I really didn't like about myself, is that I had a gap, and I never really paid attention to it that much when I like before, especially around that time, you know, dealing with I didn't really care too much about it. You know, I was still smiling around people. Everyone thought it was like a little cute type of smile. I didn't really like it. Well, I mean, I don't like it till this day, until like now, because it's changing, and I smile 24/7 like right now. It's not really a good smile. I'm still working on my smile, okay? I'm still working on it. I never really was a person to really smile like that, you know. I can't even say it right, you know. That's how you know I don't smile. But I was still feeling like she was playing with me, my feelings and whatnot. And you know, like I said, every time I was around her, you know, I did like, you know, I was smiling and whatnot, and I just felt like maybe I did have a chance. So fast forward to the day that we actually dated. All right, so we was going on this trip think we've been here a couple times. It was this one beach. I can't remember the exact name for it, but it was like it had mad rocks and whatnot. And like I was enjoying time with my friends too. And like I'm not like she had a sister too. She had a sister, and I think she liked me at one point too. And like I said, this was back then when I was little Mike, little baby Mike, little Mike. But there was this one day we all the whole camp and whatnot, everyone. This was like, we have days where like the whole camp goes to places, and then we have days where like one group goes to another group goes to another, and so on and so on. And we went to this one beach. It was like a beach part, and then it had a little like food area too, and then it had like some big hiking mountain whatever type thing. I did end up doing that. I think that was like the first time I went, and then the second time I went, I did it with her. Or no, I actually went with one of my counselors. He was actually my favorite counselor. I'm gonna actually use his name. His name was Nick. He was like an amazing counselor. Sorry they had to let him go for some reason, but he was like an amazing counselor. He was like some army soldier type of counselor. He was amazing. He was cool. And you know, I went on a hike with him, and that was before like we was me and Elle was actually chilling and whatnot. We was like, cause I guess people was letting me know that, oh yeah, she liked me or whatever, and you know, I was just like, oh, that's cool and whatnot, cause I was trying to like play it off to where, you know, I didn't really care that much. And I know us guys really, we've all gone through that, you know, playing off like we don't really care when we really do. And I know y'all females be doing the same thing too. If females be on the same type of tip with us, exactly. But I was just playing it off, you know. I was just like, okay, that's cool and whatnot, you know. A couple people was telling me that, and I was just like, yeah, nah, it's cool and whatnot. And you know, I think it was there the whole day. Hours go by. That's when we went to the on the hiking stuff and whatnot. Cause I was chilling with her for a bit. And then Nick had asked me, cause he took me and a couple other people. He was like, oh, you want to go on this hiking trip and whatnot? Well, not hiking trip, but you want to go like, you know, hiking, walking up the mountain, whatever. And I was like, yeah, now why not? So, and mind you, regarding the beach thing, I did, you know, swim in the water for a little bit. It was really cold. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just jump into any water now, but like that water was cold. Like that water, like to swim in it and sit in it for a minute, couldn't do. But you know, I was still playing around in it, jumping around. You know, I did, you know, do a little bit of do a few cannonballs here and there into it, like, you know, running into the water and, you know, jumping in the water. I did a few of those. My bro A did the same thing, and no, it was a lit time. It was a little chill lit time and whatnot. But and then after that, you know, I was obviously chilling with her for a bit, and then I went to go the mountain thing, walking with Nick and, you know, a few of the other people from the groups. Voice crack. Oh my god, a few of the other people from the groups. So here's where everything, I guess, let's say, tends to go downhill. So I ended up getting back, and she was just sitting down. I guess she was just sitting there or whatever. Or I think she was actually at the food table and whatnot. One or the other. I knew she was sitting down. So fast forward, I ended up chilling with her for a bit. You know, we was eating. We was kind of like sharing snacks and whatnot. I would say the little kid stuff, little kid stuff or whatever. So as like we were leaving there, well, not leaving, as we were getting ready to leave, let's say that, getting ready to leave, we was walking together, we was holding hands and whatnot, and, you know, I ain't gonna lie, like, I was trying to, like, if she was away from me, I was trying to, like, you know, try to catch up to her type stuff. And in a way, it seemed like she did like that type of stuff, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, she was that type of girl where it was like, she was committed to the guy, like, she was talking to. And I like that in a female. Like, if they're committed to the guy, if they're loyal, you know, stay with the nigga. Like what's up? Like, what's up with you? But she was walking, you know, we was walking together, and we ended up getting on the bus. So, funny thing about this, we ended up getting on the bus. She obviously sat next to me. One of my other boys, R, he was actually with her sister. He was with her sister. He was laying on her, and I was laying on I'm gonna say my girl for now. I was laying on my girl, and You know, we was going back and forth. We was joking and whatnot together. All four of us, we was all joking and whatnot. They sat like we was sitting on one side of the bus and they were sitting like on the other one. But I think they sat a seat back, and you know, we was just joking and whatnot, looking back and forth at each other, joking and whatnot. And it was lit. It was fun. You know, I liked it. And then like a few minutes later, you know, I was ended up getting tired because it was like a long bus ride. It was like a 1-2 hour bus ride and whatnot. So I ended up obviously falling asleep. I ain't gonna lie, back then when I was sitting next to her, you know, I couldn't control something, and I'm not gonna lie, I tried to hide it and whatnot, and it did work. Y'all know that typical little pull it up above the waist type thing. Yeah, I did end up doing that, being mad slick about it, and I think, how old was I back then when cause like I really couldn't control that type of urge back then. So I'm kind of figuring out like how old was I back then when I was, you know, getting that feeling. I mean, obviously I still do, but like could control it pretty much. But we're not talking about that. So that happened, and you know, I think I ended up falling asleep on her. So I don't know what, like, I really don't know what made her, like, maybe when I woke up, I was talking to her. Maybe I woke up with that, you know, how everyone has that morning breath and whatnot. Maybe I had that, even though it was in the morning, it was probably in the afternoon. But maybe I had that, and maybe that's what made her kind of flip feelings for me. I wouldn't say she had feelings. I would just say maybe she liked me or whatever. But, like, I guess, you know, me speaking to her after I woke up, I don't know, I guess it was something on the bus that I did that made her flip feelings for me. And it was just like wow, like, I thought you liked me for a minute. And comes up because her sister had to tell me, because when we got off the bus, you know, her sister had to tell me, because I was playing basketball with like a few bros and whatnot, because the campus is right next to a basketball court. So I was playing basketball and whatnot when I got off, and you know, her sister ended up walking up to me and she was telling me about something, and I don't know if I confronted Elle about it, but like it was just like why didn't you tell me? It was like, why didn't you tell me about it? Like, why did your sister have to come and tell me about it? And I was just like, you know, wow, like that kind of hurt. It really did hurt, because it was like, I mean, after that point, you know, I was just like, all right, well, it's like, okay, you know. I felt like, not depressed, but I was just sad, you know, because it was just like, well, because I'm like, to this day, like after that I told my mom about it like days on, like I think either a few days later I told my mom, or that same day, one or the other. I ended up telling my mom like, oh, that happened to me, and she was just like, oh, well then, you know, start brushing your teeth. And when I still to this day, and I like the compliments I get now, even when I did have my gap, I still to this day, I brush my teeth like constantly. And mad people be like, oh, well, you got white teeth and whatnot. You know, I take the compliment, but at the same time, you know, I kind of down myself because I have the gap and I don't like it that much. And you know, now I still get compliments on me having white teeth. You know, I actually appreciate those compliments, because it's like, one, I take care of my teeth, and two, you know, they think my teeth are white, and it obviously is. But fast forward to, you know, everyone leaving. You know, camp day is over. Obviously, they hand out the snacks and whatnot. You know, when you get the I think the best snack was the fruit snacks there. The fruit snacks or fruit rollers, one or the other. The best snack there. We normally get some graham crackers or crackers and whatnot, or some just other snacks. But the best snacks was the fruit snacks that they was giving out, because it was like you could ask someone for their fruit snacks, or you could give your fruit snacks to another person. It was like, okay, you know, yeah, like let me, like, these fruit snacks was hitting. But fast forward to us leaving, you know, I left. I was walking sad. My sister was asking what's wrong, or my sister maybe have known about it too. You know, a few people known about it. I ended up telling like a lot of people after, you know, like it was actually an embarrassing story. I should have made that my most embarrassing day, but I had something more embarrassing around that time. So, and honestly, it seems like most of my moments really are coming from that camp. So I'll possibly have like another video out my next uploading day, which is possibly Sunday or Monday. But this video is gonna be going up either Sunday or Monday. So No, be sure to check that out. It's literally either Sunday or Monday. I can either do one of those days, or I can either upload both of those days, one or the other. But stay tuned for these videos. All right, stay tuned. Put post notifications on. Make sure you definitely do that. Make sure to like, comment. Matter of fact, if I can get 5 likes for this video, if I get 5 likes, I'm saying 5 likes. If I can get 5 likes for this video, then I'll possibly do another video. I'll possibly do a double upload, or I'll possibly do like a special type of video, one or the other. By the way, we just hit 50 subs, so let's get to that 100. Let's get to that 100, baby. We at 66 right now, so the grind's gonna keep going. We're about it. We hopefully will soon hit 100. I want to hit 100 by at least the end of this week. That's my goal right now. Hit 100 by at least the end of this week. So maybe this video might even go up tomorrow, if anything, if I'm really feeling it. But make sure to definitely subscribe to the channel, and like I said before, put those post notifications on. But ended up going home, like I said, told my mom about it, and it is what it was. You know, she ended up telling me, oh, well, learn to take care of your teeth more, because, you know, I have that black mom. You know, she really would get on my ass for anything, and, you know, she's my biggest supporter no matter what. But yeah, she ended up telling me, you know, just take more care of your teeth and whatnot, and you won't be having stuff like that happen. So I ended up doing that to this day, and like I said, the compliments for the teeth is I get them not on a daily, but I get them on the occasion. Let's say I get them on the occasion. But that was my worst rejection. That was pretty much my worst rejection video. And yes, this video is freaking long as hell, but I mean, what do you expect? It's a whole story time, so be prepared for what's going on with these videos. All right, these long videos. All right, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And like I said, grind to 100 subs. We out here. I'm out. Peace.